walk and talk. Oh wow, where are we? 27. Walk and talk 27. The Jews. Oh, man. If anything gets taken down and gets flagged in YouTube, it's going to be this one or probably the last one. It doesn't matter, these are all important topics, and regardless of what YouTube does, I don't really give a damn. My videos are all up on Rumble and BitChute. So folks, if this channel goes down, just go over to YouTube, BitChute or Rumble, and you'll find me over there. And one day, hopefully in the future, when I look to do it, I'll be over on Odyssey as well. Woo! 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 Now, as I mentioned in previous videos on religions, all they are representations of a previous religion, whereby a previous religion had stellar priests, solar priests and lunar priests. Christianity represents the solar priesthood. Islam represents the lunar priesthood. And Judaism represents the stellar priesthood. Now, everybody's out there saying, oh, it's all the Jews, it's the Jews, it's the Jews. And I've got to just clear up a few things. Oh, they're not even Jews, it's Khazarians, it's the Khazarians. Look at this weird jelly, look, on this tree. It's the Khazarians. Oh. I'm not saying, like I say, those three religions all have a use for the sorcerers. And it seems like the stellar religion, i.e. Judaism, was the one that was used, or the one that was chosen, hence they're called the chosen ones. They were the ones that were chosen and given more knowledge than the other two religions. Woo! 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 From what I've looked at, the Venetians, not Phoenicians, the Venetians, they needed a religion that used usury. And because it's not written in the religious text of any of the religious books of Judaism, usury was acceptable. It's not in Islam or Christianity. So apparently the Venetians used the Jews to deal with all the money. And that's why you find Jews throughout the whole of society in places of the hierarchy, all littered throughout Hollywood, all of the entertainment, all of the big businesses. There's a Jew hand behind all of the skullduggery that's going on down here. Because they've been used, just like everybody else, they get used. And they'll get crushed as well. They'll be crushed as well. And that is the same with all religions. They've all been used to some extent. But all those religions are still better than the religion that's coming, and that being the religion of science, where there is no moral code or compass. man can do what he will with other men. Can't do it already. But yeah, it's not. The Jews is just another religion given to us and used by the sorcerers. They're probably being, like I say, the Jews are the chosen ones by the sorcerers and given the high tech and made to feel really good about themselves and of chosen by God, the people chosen by God. Really? Well, what God were they chosen by exactly? I think that kind of looks, if you look at what they're doing, they're not exactly guiding humanity, are they? And well, they're not exactly guiding humanity to green pastures, to peace and prosperity. Oh no, they're guiding humanity to an absolute joke of a hellhole. That's where they're guiding them. Had to have a cut there. Let someone go past. Yeah, so the Jews aren't exactly acting like the God's chosen people. And why are they God's chosen people? Why aren't the indigenous communities of here or wherever, why aren't they chosen? Why aren't all people chosen to do the right thing? To go the right way? Because it isn't God that chose them, is it? It's the sorcerers that chose them. It's the sorcerers that chose Judaism, the stellar religion, as being the religion that they've given the technology to, the knowledge to, and therefore put them at the forefront of the enslavement of humanity as a driving force and factor. You just think of all of the historical problems that Jews have had. It's not just everyone picking on Jews. It's because they're the ones that have been selected by the sorcerers to do the bad things, and they've been caught at it, and then they get slaughtered, so they just get used up. So they're not exactly God's chosen people, are they, when you think about it? When you really think about it. They're the sorcerers' chosen people. They operate on behalf of the sorcerers. They don't operate on behalf of God. You want to know something that operates on behalf of God? Look at that tree. That's something that operates on behalf of the great artist. I don't like the word God. I think it represents gold, oil and drugs. So, where did the Khazarian stuff shoot from? Oh, well, it comes from Mr. Ike himself. When it comes to people like Ike and that, don't you think it's strange how they haven't been taken out or wiped out? I can tell you now that I was just waking up a few veterans and the system came for me hardcore. Oh, the system came for me heavy. But David Icke, oh no, he can talk all day. He can talk all he likes. The system never comes to him, right? And his two boys, uninterrupted. They can say whatever they want. I posted a few short videos of Alan Watt putting down, well, not putting down anyway, he's just telling the truth. And he's Alan Watt, the greatest to ever do it, cuttingthroughthematrix.com. He speaks of Alan Watt coming from being a member of the Ashmolean Society, the same as Zacharias snitching. These people that were put out there in order to give you corrupt information mixed with a bit of truth, and then the people go down it and also then send you off into the aliens, reptilians, 12th planet, no, blah blah blah, and it was Ike. I think it means, the actual word Ike means oak. That first came out with the Khazarian Jews story, and you've got all the little puppets following it, all the little Muppet puppets following it. I get a really bad sense from Mr. Ike, and sense something really not all there. And he's in a secret order for sure. You see him when he's at the London Process. Oh yeah, mate, I'm gonna do that, mate. And he's if you can't smell the fakeness on that flipping person, then there's really no help for you. Just keep going down the alien, reptilian, Anunnaki, 12th planet, Khazarian, nowhere whole. So the Jews are just a tool used, and they're about to take the flak again. Look at all those so-called Jewish people during the COVID 1984. They all got like 5 or 6 Jabberwockies. They're used. They're getting used. You can say, yeah, there's a political ideology known as Zionism, and that's again just a tool for the source of the sorcerers. They're using them. They're using that branch. So it's not da Jews, folks. They're just there to take the rotten apples, rotten fruit in the capillary, and to bring about the world wars, and to bring about change. And they're not God-chosen people, not by any stretch of the imagination. They're the sorcerer's chosen people. And that'll be blessed all. Rooskies! These are beautiful rooskies. There's my favourite rooski. Why do you run like a horse? Why do you run like a horse then? Come on. What are we going to have today? Are we going to have a chicken? Oh, not chicken! Come on.